We're now speaking to Thamsanqa Mathiso, who is coming back from one of those disconnection operations, and he is, in fact, the City Power's Revenue Management General Manager. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon. I'm going to start with this. You are being accused, the City Power, of taking advantage of Naturena residents because they simply won't throw stones at you. Is that true?
It's untrue, and good afternoon to you and to the viewers. I think the statement is untrue. Last week, we launched a prepaid drive in Alexander, being led by the two councillors in the area and other councillors who said, we have not been paying for years, come and start with us. The last Saturday, we did a campaign in Tsepisong, which is in Deep Road Port, previously RDP areas. And the communities are saying to us, come forward. We have started to engage communities in Freedom Park, and who are saying to us, come and install, because, you know, using electricity without paying does not only, you know, save you money, but it impacts the network, because the amount of money that we invest towards the network gets depleted, and we are unable to invest more into that particular area. So I think that statement is unfair. We have been engaging with the residents of Naturena from 2016. We have addressed most of the problems that they've had, but clearly they are refusing to pay. In early this year, in March, there was a problem of cable theft in the area. We as City Power went into the community. We brought them into a boardroom, discussed with them the problems that they had in the area. We resolved all the technical problems that were there, with an intention that after that we will start installing the meters so that the residents can start paying. We only installed 88 meters. After that, we were kicked out. So unfortunately, that's what is currently happening with that community.
Did you resolve the issue of these meter boxes that they say are faulty?
And in 2016, what happened is that the community said to us, the billing was a problem, meter reading was a problem. They want to all move to prepaid, and we replaced all the meters into prepaid. They then came back to us when we started finding that they were bypassing the meters. And when we went to the area to disconnect, there was a mass mobilization, as it was seen yesterday. And again in March, we said to them, we want to replace those meters that are said to be faulty. We started with the 88 and we were blocked by the residents.
So there's another claim, I'm sure you heard, where they are saying that foreign nationals own shops and panel beaters in Freedom Park, which is not far from Naturena, but you've simply not gone there because of whatever reasons that are known to either them or yourselves. How do you respond to that?
Yeah, and I think, you know, what we've done is that we've engaged with the councillor in Freedom Park, and the community has requested us to start the installation of the meters in the area for all the residents, including the shops that are there. So there's no, and I can tell you now, there's illegal connections in Freedom Park in an area which is called Mountain View. We are there almost every 3 months removing the illegal connections. So there's no special treatment. In the past weeks, I think you might have seen in the media where we are doing campaigns in Alexander. Today we're in Midrand. And even and earlier now, we are just coming from a GP's Town campaign where we were targeting buildings that were previously hijacked that has illegal connection. So there's no special preference. And we want to also thank some of the residents in Naturena who are not falling for these claims, who have actually called us to say, come and normalize us, would like to pay for electricity, and we applaud them for that.
So there's something else that your spokesperson said, and he says that they live in these posh houses and they're not paying for electricity and what have you. But one would then ask the science of affordability, because some people may have built their houses, for example, 10 years ago, and they simply had money then, but right now they do not have money, and they still have those houses. They're not going to demolish them because these are houses that they've invested in them. So how does the science of affordability then work, and what do residents then do in that case when they cannot afford?
And I think in our engagements with the residents of Naturena, we've advised them. The city has, rebate packages for all customers who sit in different affordability indexes, and where the city is saying, come forward. you, we will be able to give you free electricity, free water, and rebate you on rates, depending on how much, what is your level of affordability. So there has been a mass mobilization in Naturena, which community does not want to talk about, where people were discouraged from registering for those.
All right. Okay. Thamsanqa, it does look like your line has let us down there at the end, so we're trying to understand exactly that affordability index. But I do think we get a gist of what has said. Thamsanqa, I think you're still there. Let's wrap up very quickly as we're talking about issues around affordability and how do residents approach if they're simply not able to afford.
Yes, we encourage customers to go and visit City of Johannesburg. There's an extended social package for all residents where if they cannot afford, they can be issued with a portion of their electricity being free. And we encourage residents to do and apply for these benefits.
Will you be going back to Naturena?
Definitely, we will be going back to Naturena. Naturena must pay. If Naturena is not going to be paying, Naturena is going to be a dark city. And we are strong on that. And we want to, as I said, want to applaud customers who are coming forward to want to have their meters replaced. And we'll provide them with the service as they come forward.
All right, Thamsanqa, let's see then what happens, and hopefully when you go back, then let's see if we are part of that operation and see exactly what happens there, and just get to the bottom of the story as the two sides are making these arguments. And I wonder what then becomes the last word, and that was City Power Revenue Management General Manager Thamsanqa Mathiso.